Shane here. Hey lawyers, just a quick question, and this is something I struggle with when I talk to the lawyers in our program. You know, after a little while, it's very easy, especially when you're making money in your firm, to begin to feel really like an ATM machine to your wife and kids, right? They only care about you, they only see you when they need something, when they need money. You know, is your spouse really seeing you, or are they just seeing you as an ATM? And my question to you is, one, we can take two approaches to this. One, we can say, hey, I'm a victim here, and my spouse doesn't appreciate me, she's not grateful, or he's not grateful for all the work I do and all the effort I put into providing money for the family, and my kids don't love me. Or we can flip it and say, hey, I'm not a victim, I'm gonna do something about this, and I'm gonna make sure my relationship with my spouse is not one where I'm just an ATM. And my question to you along these same lines is, when was the last time you went out on a real date with your spouse? And I don't mean a date where you are sitting there like, what are we gonna eat? You know, or you just run your errands and it's like, what are we gonna eat? Let's just stop by and grab something at Chili's, or like I would do my favorite, basically Mexican restaurant down the street. I mean a real date. A date where you had sitters for the kids, a date where you got dressed up, where your wife got dressed up, and you guys went out to a fancy restaurant. You got some cocktails and you had a good time. Or you just sat and talked, just the two of you, like you used to do when you first dated, and you talked for an hour and a half. And also a challenge here is, if you would not go to that restaurant for a networking event with another lawyer or a doctor, then don't pick it for your date with your wife, right? Go to a fancy place. And fancy doesn't have to be a $100 a plate dinner or even a $50 dinner, but go somewhere you would go if you were networking with somebody at work, right? For your practice, where would you go to network with them? And go there with your spouse. And get dressed up, put it on the calendar, get a sitter. You know, both of y'all put on your fancy clothes and go and have a good time. Whatever that means to y'all. You know, I'd encourage you, if you're having to go 45 minutes or an hour away, see if you can get a sitter overnight and just stay in a hotel. It's much more dating-like if you just go to the restaurant, go to the bar, go to the club, go to the event, whatever you're gonna do, and you just stay 30 minutes away, 15 minutes away, just you and your spouse. And then you go home. That's a real date. Or when I drive to the city, we stay there, we eat, we pop over to a different bar, usually a rooftop bar, just for the atmosphere, and then we go to a hotel room right near there. I challenge you to consider that, and that's a way to get out of this grind where you just feel like an ATM machine for your spouse. Go back to dating how you used to do, and try to do it, you know, at least twice a month. I recommend once a week, but twice a month, and one a month is a big deal. Where you get dressed up and you go dancing, or you go out to the restaurant or bar, whatever your date of choice is, but make sure it's something that's fun and exciting and different. That's Shane from The Legal Edge.